Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Making. And today I'm going to be giving you part 3 of What If Naruto Was Taken by the Sannins. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode over on Making 3 of What If Naruto Was the Perfect Experiment, and enjoy that guys. And also, I post a brand new episode on this channel of What If Naruto Was Trained by Shao Kahn, so go ahead and enjoy that as well. And over in Making 2, I post a brand new episode of What If Naruto Was Created from Nature Energy, so go ahead and enjoy that as well guys. And remember, for new, yes, you heard that correctly, I indeed have 3 channels, and Making 2 and Making 3, which I post every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Making family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying talking about all of you. So yeah, without further ado, we'll just begin this new episode. Start the intro. So the last part we left off, Danzo told his roots to kill them all as he was trying to take the village right here and now, as his plan had been pushed up but he was gonna go for it. But the ninjas did not stand a chance, neither did Koharu or Homura. Danzo had taken enough power away, as Hiruzen had really been lacking when it comes towards his authority, making Danzo to come here and threaten him. Realized that he was not gonna win, Danzo ended up fleeing, as he ran away the hell out of there, as the Sannins were here, and he was after the boy that they have taken care of for a long period of their life, and he knew that he would die if they get a hand on him, so he left rather quickly before they could hold on to him. As Tsunade was done, as she and Orochimaru and Jiraiya left, they had made up their mind as they went off, as they started the land of sound. Yes, a village of different ninjas pooling together. Several things happen as more ninjas draw towards their village. This was a village different. There was no hypocrisy where the council members can take over, as there was one rule, and that was the Sound Kage, which was Orochimaru, as he was a ruler of this village. Just like that, years passed as they met several new interesting people, as Naruto also met several people his age as well. When they came to join the village, there were several girls that liked Naruto. Orochimaru made a deal with the Kazekage, and he was able to get the children of the Kazekage over to his village, who Naruto became best friends with, and Temari liked Naruto as well. But Anko was against this, as she wouldn't like none of these hussies. Kuro up her little brother, as her and Naruto bond had grown strong, really strong, as they had a contract for Naruto to sign as it was his birthday. As Naruto signed the Fox Sannin contract, a complete different thing from the Kyuubi, as Naruto thought that he'd be able to summon the Kyuubi, but that was not the case, as he met the boss summons of this fox, as Naruto ride on her back, as it was marvelous. But they will have to go to Konoha soon for the upcoming Chunin exams, as Orochimaru and others are gonna make their way there. Even though the Kages arrived after the month period, Orochimaru was still coming now, as he did not thrust the hidden leaf one bit, as there has been assassination attempts under the life. The council playing their hand. Well, it was not them, it was Danzo, but he was making it look like the council, as he wanted to drive a wedge between them, as Hiruzen still didn't have the power to stop Danzo, who was in hiding at the moment. The group made their way as they arrived towards Konoha, the group that Naruto hasn't seen in a couple of years now, as people started to send him looks as they saw the whisker marks, but he did not care about them, as he made his way around as they arrived to the hotel, where they met up with Kakashi, as the group showed their dislike of him as he left, as Kimimaro gave him a look meaning death if he ever stepped a foot towards them. Gaara ended up leaving, as the group went after him, Naruto and the others, as Anko had made their way. As they found Gaara, but someone bumped into Naruto, as it was a kid. As it was Konoha, he tried to push his luck on Naruto, saying that he was the Hokage's grandson. But Naruto punched him over the head as he did not care about that. This brat needs to learn some manners. As Sakura and the others tried to intervene, but Naruto did not pay them any attention. As he was making his way though, he was stopped by none other than Kakashi Hatake himself, who said that he wished to talk with Naruto. As Naruto had heard about this man, and heard what he said about him when he was younger, so he was not really in the chatting mood with the man. But Kakashi insisted that they talk. So yeah guys, that's basically what I thought. You guys can switch across the place, check out for yourself. So what do you say we begin this new episode? Let's get straight into it guys. The Sound Ninjas all stepped around Naruto. Leave, Uncle said as she pulled out a pair of wicked looking knives. Kakashi looked at her, then the knives. Then he looked over her head, as Naruto was behind her. I want to speak with Naruto, he said. Not happening, Uncle said. Naruto heard from his mother and Ren about how Hatake thought that he should be killed hours after his father sealed a cube inside of him. I don't have anything to say to you, Hatake, said Naruto, as he flared his chakra. It was a signal he and his family developed when he and Uncle was younger, as when they faced opponents that were beyond their capabilities. Naruto knew that Uncle was killed, but Hatake had the Sharingan, and not to mention they were in Konoha, so the fault would directly lie on them despite the situation. As Kakashi realized that Naruto was flaring his chakra in a strange pattern. Calm down, he said. I don't mean you any harm. Sorry, don't believe you. You were willing to kill me a few hours after I was born, and the last time I was in Konoha I was threatened with death once again, said Naruto. Gaara popped the cork on his gourd. My friend has asked you to leave, he said, his tone sounding ominous and low. Temari had pulled her fan from her back, as the genin started to move closer behind them. Stay back, this doesn't concern you. Of course it does. That is our sensei. You fight him. You fight us, Sasuke said, as Sasuke activated Sharingan. Crap, we have another Sharingan user behind us, the one with the duck-ass hairstyle. As Gaara turned his gaze towards Sasuke. Stay back, he said. Kakashi sensei, are you okay? Sakura asked. Everything is fine, Sakura, said Kakashi, as he took another step forward. Stay back, Hatake. You've been warned, Uncle said. He ignored her though as he continued to approach, as he was nearly upon them until Kimimaro approached. You were asked to stay away from them, Naruto especially, Hatake, said Kimimaro. Kakashi was about to say something, but Sasuke blindly charged in, as Naruto turned his gaze on Sasuke, but Gaara grabbed him in a fist made from sand. Anvu's flashed in the area, and a second later, let him go. And Anvu the Hawkman said, no, said Gaara. He attacked the ear of the Soundage, and the Jonin there was told to stay away, but he ignored the order. Kimimaro looked towards Anvu. So this is the same Anvu my lord was talking about. I'm not impressed, he said. Kakashi looked towards the group. Captain, stand down. This is all a misunderstanding. They have the Uchiha, said Hawk. Sasuke got too eager in attacking a situation that he should not have gotten involved in. I'm sure our Sound allies would release him. As Gaara turned towards Naruto. Toss him, said Naruto. As Gaara threw him away, as Sasuke crashed and rolled on the ground, as Sakura started to shout at Gaara, but he ignored her. We're heading back to our hotel now, Uncle said. I'm afraid you and the demon will be detained, the Hawk said. On what grounds, Uncle asked. Attacking a Konoha ninja and disturbing the peace. Naruto snorted. If I was to disturb the peace, you will know it. We are not being detained. As Anko realized he was getting riled up. Naruto, calm down, she said. I'm sorry, you think this concerns any of you, but it does not. And besides, we're the one being harassed here, she said. Be that as it may, the demon child is coming with us, said Hawk. Mate me, said Naruto. No one is taking him anywhere, said the boys. The Anvus froze as they saw the Hokage, Orochimaru, and Tsunade standing there. Nothing has changed. He's been here for such a short amount of time. He hasn't been here for years, and yet they still hate him. Tsunade walked past the Anvus as she ignored them, as she came over to Naruto. You just can't avoid to get in trouble, can you, she said, as she ruffled his hair. It's not my fault, Mom. Hatake is persistent in talking to me, and he won't take no for an answer. Tsunade gaze snapped on the man. I told you to stay away from him, she said. Kakashi, report to my office. Anvo, stand down. Now, Hiruzen said. Orochimaru, Tsunade, I am sorry about this. We will remain for the exams, old man. But trust me when I say this. An attack on Naruto will result in war between Konoha and us. And trust me when I say this. He has made several allies for the sound. As Orochimaru nodded, the sand, the stone, Kiri, they have all allied with the sound, Orochimaru said. Kimimaro said Tsunade as she caught his attention. Thank you for being prompt in responding. No need to thank me, late Tsunade, he said. None shall harm him. On the other hand, Saratobi was surprised. Sand, sound, Kiri, stone. This would be a big disaster if those damn council decide to push things beyond their understanding. Time skip. The morning of June exams came around and Kakashi Hatake has been chased off the hotel property several times. He refused to say what he wanted, but he just said that he wanted to speak with Naruto. Like that's gonna happen, Anko said. The only other commotion was Anko finding Kin and Haku snuggled up in bed with Naruto. And that was a rather loud argument. As Naruto made his way, his mother was behind him, as she refused to allow him and the team to go by themselves. She wanted to see them off to the exam. The council said that the boy should be brought back to the village, that he should be handed over. The messenger, poor messenger, had brought the message to Tsunade. Well, as most would say, don't harm the messenger. But he did get harmed. He would have to be on a liquid diet for a couple of days, or maybe weeks. Tsunade dare any of them to try and touch Naruto. You remember what I said? Konoha never changes the exams. The first part will be psychological, the second part will be a survival, and the third round will be a single elimination tournament. That sounds stupid, said Naruto. You thinking of waiting another 6 months and taking the exam in the Hidden Stone? Tsunade asked. As Naruto heard the hope in his mother's voice. Nope, said Naruto. I already put it off so Gar and I could team up with Kinchan, said Naruto. Said girl blushed at the statement. You got your pipes? Asked Tsunade. Yes, Mom, said Naruto. Don't take that tone to me, young man, she said. Do you have your survival gears? CeeLo in your scrolls? Yes, Mom, he said in a more subdued tone. Gar, do you have your instrument? Asked Tsunade. Yes, late Tsunade. Kin, I have my flute and the medical pack that you prepared for us. Back at the sound, late Tsunade, said Kin. You think you were taking this test time, said Jiraiya. I'm worried. With the scroll from the council and Hatake insistent of speaking with Naruto. It will be fine, said Jiraiya. Hey brat, what's up, Aeropop, said Naruto. Don't call me that, said Jiraiya. You have it, right? Yep, said Naruto. Good. Be careful in there, you three, said Jiraiya. As he moved back towards the team ahead of them, Kabuto, watch over them. I know Anko got her team doing it as well. But with the council of fools making their demands. You think they will try something during the second part of the exam? Said Kabuto. Yes. Also, keep your eyes out for Kakashi Hatake. He's been stalking Naruto since we got here. His team has the Uchiha. Orders, said Kabuto. Jiraiya handed a scroll to Kabuto. Either seal the Sharingan or eliminate him. As you command, said Kabuto. As Conqueror and Dosu nodded, as he understand their orders as well. Time skip. You're not fooling anyone. Drop the genjutsu and get out of the way. Naruto heard as he entered the building. What a dumbass, he said. Hey, what do you say? Said Sakura. I said your boyfriend's a dumbass. The genjutsu was set up so it would get rid of weaker teams. As Sasuke turned to see the teenagers they saw a couple days ago. Hey you! Fight me, he said. As Naruto and his team ignored him and walked past him. Sasuke was pissed at being ignored as he reached out, but a hand grabbed his wrist. It was the other member of Anko's team. You shall not touch Naruto-sama. He was wearing white clothes and a black trench coat. He had a red headband keeping his spiky hair out of his eyes. Ryu, don't waste your time on Konoha trash, said Temari. Save it for the second part of the exam. As he released Sasuke's hand, Sasuke winked as there was a lot of pressure applied to his wrist. Sasuke-gun, are you okay? As Sasuke's eyes narrowed angrily. Time skip. As the group stepped inside the room. No one around I know, said Naruto. Before his eyes caught sight of someone. Shadow Society, he said. As he cursed. As he remembered his first encounter with a man that said that he was friends with the Kyuubi. But these two individuals that he saw. Kin, what's wrong? Scorpion and Sub-Zero are here, said Naruto. Who's the skull bearer? She asks. Not sure. But things is getting dangerous. Pass the word around, said Naruto. Kin nodded. It's been a couple of years, Naruto thought to himself. A lot has happened to him, and he has found out about the secret organization that was after him, and he was in for a shock when he had found out. Flashback. Naruto and Anko was at a nearby fishing village, as they had slipped away from their family, who had set, but they were in the process of setting the sound up a few things, so they had slipped away, and they had slipped away from their guards as well. The simple reason they were tired of being watched. Ever since the whole episode of Kabuto's family, they were being heavily watched. Are you sure that we're fine here? Anko asked. She was still rather subdued and quieter since that day. She did list her little brother a lot, which many would found strange, but the two always had each other back no matter what. Yeah, it's not like we gone to the sand, said Naruto. We're just down the valley and near the river. As he was wearing an outfit that was similar to Jiraiya's, except it was blue, and he did not have the horn forehead. Protector. Anko shook her head. If we get grounded, it's your fault, she said. Yeah, come on. I want to see the ships that are using the river to get to the ocean, said Naruto. I thought we were coming for that festival, said Anko. That's later, but there should be stalls up with free food, said Naruto. And how do you know all about this? Anko asked. A classmate mentioned it. He was coming down tonight with his dad, said Naruto. And this friend's name? Anko asked. She learned right away if Naruto did not give a name. It was either second-hand information or someone he should not be around. I doubt you know him, said Naruto. And that confirmed it. It's someone that Mom forbidden from hanging around. And you trust his friend, Anko said. Yeah, pretty much, said Naruto. Does Mom trust his friend? Anko asked. She saw him wince a bit. I guess. You know, bro, you suck at lying, Anko said. So what? I'm sick of being stuck in one place, said Naruto. You remember, when we were young, right? We never stayed in one place this long. You already know why we're setting up here, said Anko. So what, said Naruto. I'm not scared of some mass idiot who think I'm the goddamn fox. As he turned and stomped away, as Anko chased after him. As he had run away, it took her at least 10 minutes to catch up with him. And when she found him, there stood a figure that she hoped she would never see again. Nada, she said, as she pulled a kunai and leaped towards the masked fighter. He did not turn, but his hand caught her by the front of his shirt. Now, little serpent, I am not here for this. As he turned towards Naruto. You've grown, Naruto. Happens with time, said Naruto. His gaze went towards the two ninjas. Ah, my guards. Let me introduce you to Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Usually, the most bitter of enemies, but under my command they're the most loyal soldiers. Good for you, said Naruto. Why should I care? They aren't of this world, said Nodus. But in time they will be. And they will be reborn to their fullest and do as I command. I don't care, said Naruto. But I'm not going with you. Nodus laughed. You're not, he said. As that surprised Naruto and Anko. I'm simply passing through, Naruto. You are safe from me at this time. As he whispered something to his two guards. Sub-Zero froze. A man that was passing by, and Scorpion shot some strange cord from his sleeve that pierced through the ice and broke the man. Flawless, said Nodus, as it was a strange boat with dragon symbols on it. I think we better go home now, said Naruto. End of flashback. As Naruto saw that it was them. They were younger, but their eyes were still white and empty. It was like they were not fully there, like they were dead. He remembered what Nada said, that they were not reborn. He still didn't understand exactly what was Nada's or what did he want, but there was something fishy going on. Sasuke-kun! That broke him from his thoughts as he saw. Sasuke and his little fan girls came in the room. As he watched a blonde girl jump on Sasuke's back, the pink girl was screaming at her to get off immediately. As Naruto noticed that Uchiha looked a bit bruised up. Idiot, doesn't learn. He's gonna get himself killed really soon, said Naruto to himself, as he chose to ignore them. As Kin came over, I told the others, Kabuto is gonna see if he can draw some of the Konoha Genins, said Kin. If we can, we need to tell Big Sister Anko, then Nodus, and his freaks are here. I don't know who's the one in the skull mask, but Scorpion and Sub-Zero are killers. The Uchiha is staring at you as well, said Kin. As Sasuke strode up Naruto. Fight me, he said. No, said Naruto as he looked away. Don't ignore me, said Sasuke. Go away, duckass, said Naruto. We're not away from Konoha. Your little attitude won't work. I will smack you in the face, said Naruto. Sasuke got pissed as he moved forward, as Naruto blocked his fist, surprising Sasuke as Naruto smacked him in the face. His body was hurled as he crashed into the board. Try that again, and I'll break you, Uchiha, said Naruto. Sakura was pissed off. Hey, you can't do that to Sasuke-kun as she moved forward. As Haku, Temari, Kin all snapped their gaze towards the girl as he moved forward, as Sakura did not even know what she was running into. As she paused when the girls got in front of her. What do you want, she said. You think we'll let you harm Naruto-kun because of some blind obsession you got for that emo ass there. Naruto is generous not to hate a girl as pathetic as you. But if you try anything, I will beat the living shit out of you. And that will be before Haku and Kin can get to you, said Temari. But he attacked Sasuke-kun, Sakura said, with her one mind organism as she whined in anger. Well, your stupid dumbass boyfriend tried to attack Naruto-kun, said Kin. I don't know how things work here in Konoha, and I don't give a flying ass. And he should have gotten worse than what he just got. You're lucky that Naruto-kun isn't one to just snap and break someone before doing something to calm the situation first. And you should also know something Haku said. He just tried to attack the ear of the Sonkage. That could lead to a death sentence if Orochimaru-sama is in a good mood, so he wouldn't suffer. Kin smirked. That is if Lady Tsunade or Jiraiya-sama don't get to him first. Ear? Said Sakura. Yes, he's a child of the former Sannin of Konoha and the heir to our first Sonkage. But that doesn't matter in the zone, little girl, you see. In the zone we're all treated as equal. Despite being a child for a leader, Naruto wanted to be treated the same way as everyone. He asked for it himself. Sakura was looking at Haku, as there was something about her that was so familiar. As Haku remembered her though, from the wave disaster, but she said nothing. Alright, that's enough! As everyone turned their sights towards the front of the board. As Ibiki and his group arrived. I am the examiner of the first test of the Chunin exams. Ibiki Marino, he said. Time skip. Naruto looked at the tests. What the hell? Mom was right. They really don't change their tests. Slowly, over the next hour, Naruto wrote down the answers. Screw them, he said. I'm not giving away answers so others can cheat, he said, as he saw the Konoha ninja and several others cheating. As he flicked his paper over, his eyes saw the girl next to him. She had dark blue hair and pale lavender eyes, as she was looking at him out of the corner of her eye. Not another one, Naruto thought. Uncle is gonna go crazy. Naruto knew that he was a pretty, good-looking guy. His mom and aunt had informed him about this. Not to mention they talk about the birds and the bees with him, with charts, and they explain. Considering that the both of them were, well, medics. Well, that was an embarrassing day. As Tsunade did not trust Jiraiya to give him the talk. And Orochimaru turned a weird shade of red and told him to go and ask his mother. As Naruto saw the girl was still looking at him, he couldn't help it as he winked at her, as her face turned red. As Naruto was not aware that he was being watched, the girls in the back was watching him. Haku, Temari, as they were glaring at this Konoha ninja that was eyeing him so much. That bitch better step off. They all thought he's one. Haku had a good idea. She would just let Uncle Sensei know what is going on. Over to the side, Sasuke was fuming. That sound dope has power I want. Power. I need to kill Itachi. He was pissed that he could not block the punch that the Sound Ninja gave him, as he was still feeling the ache in his face. And not to mention his Sharingan was not working when he looked towards the Sound Ninja. Sadly, unaware to Sasuke, Jiraiya had placed a counter seal on all of them from a long time ago, so his Sharingan would not work. But Sasuke was insistent. I will learn your secrets, dope. No one denied Uchiha, he thought. Meanwhile, under his skull mask, it was none other than Nodus. Sub-Zero and Scorpion were reborn, severing their tie with their old world, as they were under his control, as he saw Naruto here. But Naruto was not his main objective right now. His eyes looked around as he found the target of his mission. Sasuke Uchiha, you are wanted by my master. Looking toward the test, he waved his hand as all the answers filled in by itself. As he then looked back towards Naruto. I may not be able to capture you right now, Naruto, but one day, your power will belong to my master, and I will be rewarded, he said. Time skip. During the hour, there was many eliminations, as a lot of people were caught cheating. As Ibiki kept an eye on Naruto, Sarutobi said to keep an eye on him, and prevent anyone from attacking him. As Ibiki was surprised to see him finish the test, in the first 15 minutes, he also watches the boy tease and flirted with the Hyuga, getting her to turn red as a tomato. What is the Hokage planning for you? As he looked toward the time, it was time for the final question. Alright everyone, he said. Put down your pens and papers. Meanwhile that was going on, Tsunade was glaring at Kakashi as they sat in the waiting area. Stay away from my son, Hatake. I will not warn you again, said Tsunade. I just wish to speak with him, said Kakashi. His tone was rather calm. The other Konoha ninjas were looking in surprise. Well, for one thing, Kakashi did not have his famous orange book. I don't think so, said Tsunade. I remember the Hokage telling me of your actions all those years ago, Hatake. His father asked you to raise him and watch over him. But hours after he saved this village and died, you tried to kill his son. You tried to kill him before the Hokage and your former teammate. You had your chance, Kakashi Hatake. I will not allow you another. As entertaining as this is, does anyone know about the first exam at grass? Jonin asks. It was Asuma after lighting a cigarette spoke. They will be lucky if they pass. Why is that? Said Kurnai. As Kakashi turned his gaze towards her. You're still rather new as a Jonin, so I'm not surprised that you don't know. Wait, know what? Said Kurnai. The head proctor for the first exam is the head of Konoha interrogation and torturing. Ibiki Marino. Several Jonins winced hearing that name, as Anko felt something cold touch her hand, as she looked down to see that it was a mirror, an ice mirror. A second note already, she thought. The first had been a warning about Scorpion and Sub-Zero being in the exam, and a strange skull mask individual. After reading the new note, she scowled, as she looked towards the Konoha Jonins. Which one of you is the sensei of the female Hyuga, she asked. Meanwhile, in the room, Naruto was bored. Wasn't time up already? As he saw a particle of sand form on his decks. Do you need help? Shake head for a yes or no. As Naruto shook his head no. As the sand switched, do you want to play a game? Naruto nodded his head as he watched the sand morph into a tic-tac board. As he reached up and traced an X in the top left square, the sand shifted and formed an O in the center square. As Naruto made another X in the bottom left corner, as he was blocked by the O, before he made the next X blocking the O from going around, as Naruto blocked him off. Damn, draw, he said. Another game, Gara asked. But before Naruto could reply, Ibiki spoke up. Alright, that's it, he said. Now here are the rules, he said. If you take this question and you fail, you will never rise above the rank of Genin. What? Naruto glanced to see a boy with a dog in his head spoke. You can't do that, said Kiba. Shut up, brat, Ibiki said. My tests. My rules. You can leave now, and be able to take the test another time when some other pansy give you this test. As his dark gaze swept over the room. Decide right now if you're going to take the test or not, he said. Several quit, and Naruto saw that their teammates were forced to leave with them. As he saw the Uchiha teammate look terrified. Time skip. Kurina looked disturbed after talking with Uncle. After Uncle found out that she was Hinata Sensei, the amount of questions Kurina shuddered in disgust with herself, and the amount of information she gave to the woman. As Osama was curious too. So why are you two looking so assured, he said. As the sound group had smiled when they heard that Ibiki was the one in charge. As Jiraiya decided to answer for the group, Ibiki might be a master of interrogation and intimidation, but all of our students has been through hell for most of their life, some of them literally. Hell, said Uncle. I bet Gaara or Naruto are even sleeping, or perhaps playing a game. And as long as Naruto stands tall, Haku and Temari will drag Ryu over a river of fire to impress Naruto, even if that meant killing Ryu in the process. Jiraiya sighed, that poor boy, got stuck on a team with two girls who want to show Naruto that you're the best. But then again, Jiraiya said, my own team has something to prove, and they know if they quit before the other teams, they will never hear the end of it. Who are Naruto teammates? I think I recognize a redhead from somewhere, asked Kakashi. Kin is one of Naruto's classmates. She graduated with him and Ryu. As their teacher called them the Never Say Die Trio. Gaara is the son of the Kazekage of the Sun, but for political and personal reasons, him and his siblings were traded to the Sound, and now a part of the village, said Jiraiya with a smirk. As Jiraiya was not going to mention Ryu, Kabuto or Haku Pass, since all of them were connected to Konoha in some way. Kakashi looked towards the clock on the wall. Looks like we're gonna know soon. The first exam should be done by now. Back in the room. So Blondie, you can go crawl back to the Sound, asked Ibiki. As Naruto yawned, you say something, Scarface. I was gonna take a nap while you weed out the weaklings. As Ibiki smirked. I asked if you were ready to quit, or are you willing to bet your ninja career and stay a genin for the rest of your life if you fail? As Naruto saw another team walked out as he scoffed. Bring it on. My sister is scarier than you and this entire test. When it's her time of the month, said Naruto. Besides, how stupid do you think I am? How can you enforce that genin thing outside of Konoha? Ibiki scowled. Shit. As several victims, he means genins, that look ready to quit, raised the eyebrow at this new piece of information. Damn brat. It took him minutes to disrupt hours worth of work, said Ibiki to himself. And besides, said Naruto, even if that's possible and I do get stuck as a genin for the rest of my life, it does not really matter. As that piqued Ibiki's curiosity. And why not, he said. That simply means I'll be the world's strongest genin that can beat down a Kage. So bring on your 10 questions because Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze will never back down. That's the way. That's my ninja way. Never say die. Testify, said Ryu and Ken. As the Sound group chuckled at that. Give me your best, said Naruto. I'll take it. Chew it up and spit out the change. Damn it, Ibiki said. He's dispelled the fear effect. Does anyone else want to save their ninja careers? And quit right now, he said. Last chance. There is no turning back once I say begin. As Ibiki looked around, 42 remain. 14 teams. No one, he said, as no one moved. Well then, he said, all of you that decide to stay back, you all pass. As he went on to explain the real reason of the test, back in the room where the Jonins were, so One Eye, if Ibiki is the first examiner, who's the second phase, Uncle asks. As Kakashi sighed, sadly it's not a ninja. The Hokage felt that the second test would be more difficult and he didn't want to show any favoritism, so he contracted an outside source. Well, spit it out already. Who's in charge of second exam, Uncle said. He's got many names, but the one he's giving us at this time is Liu Yang. Jiraiya dropped his saucer at that. Did you just say Liu Yang? Yes, why, said Kakashi. Jiraiya turned towards Tsunade, a look of concern in his face. Liu Yang is a given name of Master Pure Yang, also known as Liu, the progenitor. He dressed as a scholar and wears a sword strapped to his back that will dispel evil spirits. Why does that name sound familiar? Said Tsunade. It should, said Jiraiya, as Uncle muttered something. What? Said Jiraiya as he looked towards her. Before the exam started, I got a message from Uncle, Nodus, and his freaks are here. Sub-Zero and Scorpion, with an unknown third. They've DH, and they're here to take the exam. Who's Nadas? Said Kakashi. A threat, said Jiraiya. You think we can grab the kids and hit the border before they realize it's Tsunade, concerned for her adoptive son's safety, overtaking everything? No, Naruto won't run, said Anko, and the others will close ranks around him. Jiraiya nodded. The second stage of the exam just became a lot more dangerous. Back in the room, the kids looked at the scholar, who was drunk, as he was standing in front of them, and he looked bored. You couldn't have lost a few more, Ibiki-san. Lu Yang asked. Feel the room. But I'll cut them down to half or more by the time they reach the end of my exam. Alright, you group, report to, as he pulled out a piece of paper and tried to focus on it. The Forest of Death. The nice tuning here will escort you. And where will you be? A brave Genin asked, as he held up his gourd that had liquor in it seems. Refill, he said, as he vanished. Ibiki sighed as he collected the test, as he got to Naruto's, as there was a note there. Damn brat. I just might hire him someday, Ibiki said, as he went to inform the Hokage about the danger in the group of Genins. As Ibiki wondered how things got out of so much control. I blamed Danzo and his people for the weakness in Konoha, as he still wondered how the bastard has not been found. Time skip. It is called the Forest of Death, Lu Yang said, as he took a swift from his gourd. As Naruto heard many ninjas, especially the ones from Konoha, looking freaked out. Weak. Then their senseis warned them in advance. I'm glad that Mom and Aeropop and Uncle told us what to expect, said Naruto. Actually, I'm glad I'm not a part of Konoha. They just seem so weak and pathetic. As Naruto could sense Kimimaro as he was nearby, watching over him, as he glanced towards a group of Konoha ninjas. Just by their stance, he could tell that they had no discipline. It almost seemed like they had no training, which made no sense after all. They were taking a test to become Chunins, which they were obviously not ready for yet. As Kin signed the forms, as the three moved towards the man, as Lu Yang handed them their scrolls, he gave them a strange look. Now be careful in there, he said. We will, said Naruto. As Naruto pulled out a floss as he tossed to the man who got it. Some of the rice, finest, said Naruto, as he looked at the floss in his hand. As he gave Naruto a look. We'll share a drink sometime, he said. But of course, said Naruto, as he gave Lu Yang a smile. Later, Sensei, said Naruto. Lu Yang smiled as Naruto left. You've grown a lot over the last few years, Naruto. Be safe in there. Time skip. You're looking well, Naruto. As Naruto frowned, as Sub-Zero and Scorpion stood on either side of the skull figure. Nadas, said Naruto. I knew that it wouldn't take you long, said Nadas under his skull mask. We're not here for you, so I want you to stay out for we during the exam, alright? Well then, who are you? The Uchiha, said Naruto. They're observant as usual. How's the Kyuubi? Sleeping and nearly absorbed, said Naruto. Aeropop adjusted the seal, so you're nearly out of luck, said Naruto. Nadas' eyes behind the mask narrowed. Hey, you six, a tuning call out to them. No fighting before the exam. Nadas glanced towards the man. Good luck, Naruto, he said, as he led his team away. Eat shit and die, you bastard, said Naruto. As Gaara chuckled at that. You've been around TOA too much, Naruto can say kin. As Gaara looked towards her, and for some reason the comment bubbled up. And you wish it was you that he was close to, he said. As she scowled at Gaara. What do you know, sandboy, she said. Gaara couldn't help it, he blamed it on the fact that he was able to sleep, and his best friend Naruto was rubbing off on him. I know you and every girl our age once. So get with Naruto, my sister included, said Gaara. As Gaara looked towards Naruto with a look. Hey, said Naruto, she slipped through my window. I had nothing to do with that. That is the only reason why you live. And that your sister had a long talk with me after I buried you under a sand hill. As Naruto patted Gaara on the shoulder. Sorry about that. Uncle gets overprotective, said Naruto. Kin snorted before she shuddered as he remembered. Uncle, let to talk with her. As Kin did not like the idea of sharing with anyone, and there was just too many of them. Here's our gate, said Gaara as he stopped in front of it. Meanwhile that was going on, Naruto besides he got the information. If what Tsunade and the others said is true, this Nadas is a very dangerous individual. But that was not the only thing. There has been some skirmish with the grass, the rain, and the cloud lately. News that the Sannin had abandoned Konoha went out a long time ago, and the other nations believed that Konoha was getting weaker. The Sound has flourished over the years. They have gathered many strong ninjas, and even the young ones are even stronger. They got the children of the Katakage. One of them even possessed a Biju. Naruto, besides his council, wanted to take the Kyuubi brat back. Their words. To take him and make him into a weapon, so that they can use him to stop any impending war on Konoha. But for the way things are set up right now, there would be war if anyone tried anything. Sarutobi has been getting old, and the villagers, especially the shinobis, some of them on the payroll of the council, thinking that they can go above his command, and they were going to start something that they could not finish. Sarutobi looked towards a photo on the wall of Minato. You may have saved this village, but we damn your child. And it's gonna come back and bite us in the ass. And this time, I don't think that we deserve saving, he thought to himself. Back with Naruto and the others, they had a few minutes before they enter the Forest of Death, as Naruto was playing on the flute. You really are talented, Naruto-chan, said Ken. Thanks, Ken-chan, said Naruto. What do you want, said Gaara, as Naruto glanced up to see the Uchiha coming towards them. Hey, dope, said Sasuke. So Ken, do you and Haku-chan think that you can handle Uncle, said Naruto. What do you, as Naruto leaned forward and gave her a peck on the forehead, as her cheeks blushed red heavily. As Naruto chuckled at that, she covered her face, as that made him smile. Hey, don't ignore me, Sasuke yelled, as Naruto glanced up. It seems you forgot when I smacked the shit out of you, said Naruto. Perhaps you want it to happen again. Sasuke grit his teeth. Hey, a Chunin called out to him. Back to your gate, Uchiha. This isn't over, said Sasuke. You say something, Duckass, said Naruto. Sasuke growled as he stomped off. Flirt later, said Gaara, as he looked down towards the two. It's nearly time. King frowned a bit as Naruto stood up and gave her a hand, as he pulled her to her feet. Daydream later, Kin-chan. I'm sure I can fulfill whatever you're dreaming of, he said. Gaara sighed as the girl was blown back with a fountain nosebleed. You just had to push our buttons, Gaara said. What can I say? Aeropop told me to have fun in the exams, said Naruto. You do know that you're gonna claim me one of these days, right? You can't keep the clueless facade up forever, said Gaara. In Tamaru's words, I heard that she planned to tie you down, so that you can't escape. And if that happens, let me guess you're gonna kill me, said Naruto. No, said Gaara. Actually, I would like you as a brother-in-law. Well, that's good, said Naruto. After all, we can... As Gaara gave my look. I'm just kidding, said Naruto, as Gaara turned his gaze back towards the fence. As King got back up as Naruto gave her the spear flute. Come on, he said. It's time. As the buzzer went off, the group watched as the gates started to open. And then, they flashed into the forest. Well then, said Naruto, let's see what this whole thing entails. As they moved inside. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want to see next person do, like, subscribe, comment down below, turn on that bell notification, stay posted, and also guys, stay in tune for the rest of what's coming your way over an Anime King 2 and Anime King 3. If you're new, yes, you heard that correctly. You have not mistaken one thing. I do have 3 channels: Anime King 2, Anime King 3, which I post 45 every single day for you guys to enjoy. Links will be down in the description, so go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, what do you say we get this new episode? What am I saying? What do you say we get the hell out of here? See you guys soon. Peace.